Welcome everybody, friends and birds of all species. I'm Dayzee Hyena, and welcome back to another episode of Danganronpa, Goodbye Despair. Last time, our boy, Nekomaru, was killed, and then we switched bodies with, Nagito, and Nagito went off the deep end, and now he's acting like he's annoying, but not in his normal, bullshit way. He's annoying in his, uppity, snot-nosed way, and I can't stand that. So, let's see how long it's gonna be until I find out who the killer is, and I kill Nagito! Let's go. Whew. The elevator shook violently as it descended at an ever-increasing speed.
When we're in a normal elevator that shakes this bad, it reminds me how efficient that elevator in the funhouse was. Yeah, that's probably true.
The elevator continued to shake. It descended deeper and deeper, and suddenly it stopped like it always does. And the door opened. Whoa.
I understand your desire to applaud this wonderfully vulgar trial ground. But it's so exhausting to discuss useless things, so let's just get on with it already. I'm so sad, my chest hurts. Forcing everyone to do it is so sad. Hey, don't go talking without permission after I said my catchphrase. Otherwise, I'll roll a dice set based on the results and I'll give you a sex change operation that many times.
Motherfuck! What? What?
What an extreme punishment! Now then, let's get on with it once again! Let's get a move on, boys and girls!
And so it begins. I hope this would never happen again, and now it's happening for the 4th time. Whew. The curtain to the 4th class trial was about to open. Nekomaru ni Aidai, the ultimate team manager. He was more passionate, more daring, more honest than anyone I'd ever met. Truly, he was more man than any of us. He sacrificed his body to protect Akane, and his appearance changed drastically because of that. But he still tried to live earnestly. Just when I finally got used to his new form, Nekomaru's killer is one of us. Killing someone because it's the only way to survive is no excuse.
Really?
I find that a pretty good excuse. I won't let this be excused. I won't forgive this. The person who betrayed Nekomaru, who betrayed their friends, I will never ever forgive them. And so, this life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. I'm sure you guys are starving by now, but let's get revved up and
Fuck you, Monokuma.
go. Whoever survives will be treated to a fancy lunch. Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu.
Monomi! Well, you could kill that Monomi, but guess what, guys? I got a rabbit, and her name is Monomi, and she's adorable. I call her Mimi for short, because that means ears, and she's a rabbit, so that makes sense. Anyway, as long as my Monomi is fine, I don't care about that Monomi.
I'm not the main ingredient, right?
I'm here today because Coach Nekomaru risked his life to protect me. I'm gonna be the one who avenges him. I'll definitely
Yeah,
find out
you
who
can
the
do it,
killer
girl.
is. I'm definitely not tempted by curry. Got it?
Whatever brought you here, okay?
Akane, you seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
Hey, why don't we try going over the incident? We weren't able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get
That's
a
fair.
detailed understanding.
I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 a.m. I headed over to Grape Tower for Monokuma Taichi and found the body there. Hajime
Yep.
and Chiaki were also with me.
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning?
Since you're an idiot, I'll need to point out that Monokuma Taichi was still on.
Don't tell me you three were
Yeah,
together
damn,
since last
Skippy.
night.
Imbecile! I am not
Of course you're not.
Uh-huh.
Classier than that.
With legs like those.
Motherfucker! This episode is gonna have me dying!
We just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House. We went to the tower together.
And then, the three of us discovered Nekomaru's body.
The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously. As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall. But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
Thinking we should at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
Forget these boring intros.
Shut the fuck up, Akane! You can help us find the killer by shutting the fuck up!
Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
What do you mean, definitely?
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes. One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you in half!
Yeah,
You're the cruelest one here.
fair enough.
Now.
Damn!
With the lovers' quarrel, we need to think about this seriously. We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many questions.
The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand.
Did you just call her stupid? Cause 100% smart. She's 100% smarter than your ass. What the?
Well, the weapon is obvious, right?
Whoa, what is up with Nagito?
What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You could totally tell just by looking.
You could tell the weapon just by looking. It wouldn't be much of a mystery if that were true. The only thing that looked at the crime scene that looked like a weapon was probably that hammer. But it was clean, so...
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right. It was a surprise beating. The weapon is decided. The killer used that hammer. and
Nah,
beat
because
the
there would be
crap
too much
out of him.
blood.
No, that's wrong.
Well, oil, I guess.
No, I can't accept that that hammer was the murder weapon.
Why not? Why can't you
Because you
accept
thought of it, which makes it stupid.
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body, just like human blood, right? If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it at least.
But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the
Yep.
murder weapon.
Yeah, but killer might have wiped off the
But
oil
why would,
later.
if he went through the time to wipe off the oil, why would he leave the hammer there?
Why?
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
Then why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded
Thank you,
the hammer.
Fuyuhiko.
You're pretty insightful, gangsta.
I'm so sick of these people. I love it. I'm calling it baby gangsta from now on. What? Oh my god. Oh my god. Y'all have to suffer through. If this is gonna continue like this, y'all are gonna have to suffer through my horrifyingly bad laugh. Alright.
Baby gangster? Me?
Yep.
Just so y'all know,
Oh, shut the fuck up. Just say oops. And just be like, oh, you right, my bad. Move on.
I thought maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
Whenever you lie, you just make it worse on you. If you just said oops, my bad, you look a lot less stupid than when you do this shit.
Seems that was a waste of time.
Then what was the real weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential
The
weapon.
pillar did, but there was no way.
Then, how
Oh.
about we look at it from a different angle? If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
The actual weapon has oil on it. So the pillar.
I see. The only thing with oil on it is that broken pillar.
Then that pillar is the weapon.
If you could not pick it up, it was impossible.
That pillar.
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar. Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
Because it was big as shit, bitch.
We tried to move it, right?
It's no use. It's barely budging. Didn't I tell you?
Yeah, that pillar was pretty freaking heavy. But there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
Huh? Who are you talking about?
Coach Nekomaru's robot body. With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
But he was dead.
So, he lifted the pillar, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself?
You mean Nekomaru killed himself?
Don't be stupid. He ain't the type to commit suicide.
Then even if Nekomaru could have lifted that pillar, it has nothing to do with the case at all.
Well,
This
I guess you're
this
right.
bitch. Well, at least she just said you right.
What the heck?
But it does bother me a little. The word suicide. Oh yeah, this dude. By the way, the fourth murder of the killing school life was apparently ruled a suicide. Huh? No, that shouldn't matter. There's no way Nekomaru would have committed suicide. Maybe he did. I mean, we're in the beginning stages, so let's just entertain this idea. Maybe he killed himself because he saw everyone suffering, and he was like, you know what? I shouldn't even be alive right now. If I go down, you know, yeah, it's gonna be sad, but there's not gonna be any real love lost because I shouldn't even be alive right now. And found a way to kill himself. It's a possibility. A very sad one that should never be entertained. Don't y'all dare. But, it's a possibility.
But that's a problem. If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Huh? For reals?
Yes.
I love it. I love it when she uses slang.
I see. So my gut was right after all.
First time for everything.
All right. It's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
Understood. Then I shall give it
Oh my
my
god,
all.
I love this.
Sonia, here I go! There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
That is very...
Even I could probably tip it over.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl! I'm getting hella excited!
Honestly, that's logical. It is logical. I will say that. But wasn't there little rocks underneath him that proved that it fell before him?
What about tipping the pillar over?
No, that's wrong. If Nekomaru was crushed by the pillar, then there should have been fragments on top of his body.
Huh? Fragments?
The pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body. If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
I briefly considered that too, but it's probably not what happened.
I see. That was entirely my
Girl,
bad.
don't even worry about it, girl. At least it was better than the hammer bullshit.
If they didn't tip it over, then how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
How much longer are you gonna focus on the pillar? Just let it go already.
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
Why are you so certain about that?
I just
Aww.
A feeling, huh? That's just your instincts.
But we can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong.
There you go. If you can't prove that another thing was the murder weapon, then you can't disprove that it wasn't. Huh?
There's another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it.
Is that true?
Then I shall ask you, what way is that?
You guys... same as
What?
usual. You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers, so you just stand there and falter. What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh.
I got my anger management chip. I'm going to say this calmly. Nagito, I would like to beat you to death with the pillar. Oh no, are you about to vomit? Oh, sorry, I thought I heard my dog going. You good? He's good. Okay. Yeah, this dude need to shut the fuck up before you catch these paws. Hands, paws, anyway.
What did you say? Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a
Oh my god, this dude is such a dick!
Hey, Nagito, what the hell happened to you? How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
I've learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by far the greatest shame.
Damn. I mean, like, damn, that was... Damn, that wasn't wrong.
What do you mean?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill.
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough. But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be
The, wire, right?
A specific item?
Of course, the ultimate weapon.
Oh, what?
Ultimate weapon?
Isn't that the thing you get when you clear the final dead
Yup.
room?
So, Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
Of course I know. But I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know?
We've seen it?
That's right. You've seen it clearly. Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate weapon.
Gundam, I love you, but shut the living fuck up.
I am he who cuts the insolent catalyst, which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory. It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your 4 dark devas of destruction.
I love them. I love them so much. I love them so much.
I don't know why, but I'm
Shut the fuck up, Kazuichi.
Cut the bullshit and say it clearly. What is the ultimate weapon?
In order to clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the funhouse.
Huh? The secret of the funhouse?
You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope.
I am
aren't
going
you?
to break your face into tiny pieces.
Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime.
Woo! Woo! This motherfucker's. Woo! I'm gonna.
Except for Hajime?
If we make it out of this, I'll explain it to you guys.
Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the funhouse, right? Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the funhouse. Strawberry House leads to Strawberry Tower, and Grape House leads to Grape Tower. But in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central
I
tower.
feel like something is off.
It is undeniable that such a sweet
Huh?
building structure is the secret of the funhouse.
Man, not only does that make perfect sense, but Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just
Shut
so
the fuck up.
Faux show. I shall leave this matter to your discretion.
Oh show! This bitch is a show! I can't. I'm so done with this fucking episode already. The two houses are connected to the tower in the middle. I thought that at first too, but I ended up finding proof that completely contradicts that. Because when we went on the thing and when we ran around, it wasn't there.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place.
I mean, the walls are different colors.
And the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
The Grape Tower are actually the exact...
Yes.
No, that's wrong.
Both of those towers, are they really the same place?
What? Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your
Wait,
home
what? What? What?
Hajime, I won't tolerate
Motherfucker! I am so sick of this guy.
I mean, doesn't it seem strange? When we went to Great Tower from Great Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall. But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Great Hall.
It's probably some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 100
But why would that
degrees or
happen?
something. If it is, then see? That means it could have passed as the exact same place, right?
If so, then what? Do you seriously think such a simple answer is the correct
Damn.
answer?
Does that mean he's wrong?
Oops, I guess I've said
This
too much.
hoe. Ugh.
If the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure of the building again.
Whoa.
Then how about this? Somebody
We were
killed
all
Nekomaru's
there!
body.
While we were moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, but we should have all been together during that time. Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
Then Monokuma
No, he
did it.
didn't. Because he doesn't fuck. He fucks with you, but he won't mess up with the trial too much.
While we were moving, Monokuma quickly moved things around.
But Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved. Are you saying the broken pillar was moved too?
If it is too heavy to carry, let them
Oh my
roll
god.
it. Just like if there's no bread, let
Motherfuck.
them eat cake.
Remember how well that sentence worked out last time for Royal Sonia?
There are many ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the pillar, the body, everything at the...
Ha!
Allow me to cut through those words. Moving the body and pillar is possible.
Yeah.
It would have been impossible to move the oil on the floor. When the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body moved too. Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible, no matter how you look at it.
Then it's impossible to think
Yep.
it was moved.
I am terribly sorry. I cannot
Don't
believe
worry
I got
about
so
it.
fired up.
It's all right. A fired up Miss Sonia is awesome to watch.
So what really happened? Does that mean the two towers aren't the same building?
Does it mean like it was like an elevator, I guess? And like... hold on.
We can't be certain of that either. Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower floor was a complete success.
Yeah, the e-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the two towers were the same building.
If they're not the same building or two different buildings, then what are they?
No idea, huh?
This mystery ties to the secret of the funhouse. But we don't have enough clues to solve that mystery. Then the only thing we can do is rely on the one person who has those clues. Hey, Nagito.
Hey, Nagito.
Oh god.
I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up.
Watch yourself, boy.
Fine. I'll tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the funhouse.
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint.
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial properly. It's also important for me because it will help me determine something.
Whether or not I am going to kill you, more than likely. Determine. Is he talking about the traitor? If so, why did Nagito say that all of a sudden? Did something happen to him?
But how do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
I have a good reason for that. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
He performed the appropriate action, so he did the life-threatening game. There you go.
I see. You're talking about the final dead room, right? You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it. In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete. And there, a small conspicuous window waited, all by itself. From that window, I saw some very strange scenery.
Strange scenery?
Instead of explaining it, it might be faster just to show you. At an opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the final dead room.
You took a picture?
Yep.
Nagito grinned creepily as he retrieved a small digital camera from his inner pocket.
See? This is it.
As he said that, he showed us a particular picture. What?
Let me explain it to you again.
So, is that the tower, and there's nothing back there, so it really is. It's probably like an elevator, and those two rings are like the two levels.
I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House, from the secret room within the...
So, Grape Tower is on the bottom.
But don't you think it's
Yeah.
weird? If the funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking, then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right?
Lots of things shouldn't make sense in this picture.
Then let's begin. Shall I call it thinking time?
I want to hurt you. What doesn't make sense in this picture? Well, I mean, like, the fact that all that's gone.
If the structure of the funhouse is what we thought it was, Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle. Which means, if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind it. But in this photo, I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
I see. And is that it?
Maggie said there's a lot of things, okay, which means there are other contradictions contained in it. Okay. What doesn't make sense in this picture? Yeah, I don't remember seeing any motherfucking trees.
You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final dead room, right? If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry.
Yeah, but it's above the motherfucking trees.
Yeah, it should have been.
Then this is definitely strange. This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor. The angles suggest it was taken from higher up.
That's right. Good call. In summary, this is the truth.
So it's like
contained in this
stacked.
photo. The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
It's not? Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's
Yes,
cursed eye?
that's exactly what we're saying, freaking Gundam.
From this point on, do your own thinking. Now that you've finally met the same requirements as me, if you guys are truly symbols of hope, you can easily
So I
solve
think
a
Grape
simple
House is
mystery
like the bottom
this.
floor, and then Strawberry House is the top floor. Right?
It might be possible for Hajime to solve it too.
If you don't...
That was just a normal high school student.
Who's... Come on. Gotta meditate. Keep from beating their asses.
Despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
The other clue. Is he talking about that one time? Oh yeah. Why hello there, Hajime. Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up. You showed up? How did you even come here? Maybe I teleported.
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor of the Grape House, right?
I'm asking you just to be safe. At the time, where do you think I came from?
The top floor, right?
Such sharp eyes. So you realize
Strawberry
it
House
already?
is on top and Grape House is on bottom.
Top floor. So the third floor?
But the Monokuma archive should be the only room on the 3rd floor of Grape House.
What does it mean?
What was that thing just now? Another hint to figuring out the mystery behind the funhouse structure. The reason Nagito appeared from the 3rd floor. Using the photo he took, I might be able to find out the answer if I just think about it. Alright, let's do this. No, don't do it. Don't, no, no. I fucking suck at this. Yeehaw, motherfucker. Oh, fuck, I forgot. I already forgot. Okay. Good. Do Strawberry House they both exist? Right? Right? Yes, thank God. I was starting to believe the Monokuma third eye bullshit. Yeehaw! Are the Strawberry House and Grape House in the same building or two different buildings? They're the same building. I'm surprisingly not sucking. How are the Strawberry House and Grape House positioned? Horizontally, vertically. Booyah! How did I win? Ha ha ha! They exist. They're in the same building and they're positioned vertically.
It's all coming together. Got it. I know the secret of the funhouse.
Then let me hear it. What kind of answer will you give?
I will break your kneecaps.
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go? There was only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House. Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
Same building, different floors.
Oh wow. Look at those hamsters!
Then the two houses aren't two different 3-story buildings. They're actually one 6-story building?
If you think about it like that, based on Nagito's picture, it's clear where Strawberry House is located.
Up floors above.
I see! On top of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located. Because of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle. Altogether, this means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the 4th floor above Grape House.
Oh, snap. I never expected that the two houses were connected vertically.
Look, I'll snap. I can't snap that loud.
But what about the shape of the building? The two houses were completely different shapes.
I mean, the way buildings work, as long as the outside walls like fit each other so it supports itself, you can make the inside walls different shapes. Like that's not a shock.
Strawberry House is 4-sided, and Grape House is 6-sided, right?
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured with 2 different shapes. A quadrilateral and a hexagon, overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we would perceive them. And it worked, didn't it? Disregarding the tower, we fully believed the 2 houses were 2 separate, distinct buildings.
In order to conceal the unique design of the funhouse, Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us.
Fair enough.
You've just been Kuma'd!
We've been Kuma'd.
Don't you think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
Then it's true? The building was really like that?
That's right! Those 2 houses exist on different floors in the same building!
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
Then what about the towers? Are they arranged vertically just
Yeah, and
like
the floor just
houses?
moved up and down.
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building. Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House. Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
However, if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's body in both places?
Aw, you're precious, Yanny.
Woo!
But it's so simple. Alrighty then.
No, you
I'll
won't.
be the one who solved this mystery in a flash. Please
Turn
watch
away,
me,
Miss Sonia.
Oh, I see.
Damn!
I'll definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out till she
Notice me,
notices
senpai! This idiot.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash.
Hurry up, dumbass!
One of the bodies in one of the towers.
Oh
was
my
actually
god.
a dummy.
Still smarter than you.
You mean a fake body?
Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy from spare parts.
You're magnificent!
No fair! You totally stole my spotlight!
Good.
So which one was the fake body?
Shut up! Just pick one of them! Was actually a dummy.
Ha!
No, that's wrong.
Wait, itchy back.
Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account.
Me?
Remember,
Oh yeah, because he
when we
moved all the
from
parts.
Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower. We thought the body had moved, and that's when you said,
Not just that, the parts I carefully arranged when I disassembled the body all moved too.
right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Grape Tower, right? The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built the dummy.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
Miss Sonia, that's a pretty harsh joke.
Ooh. She ain't joking, bro.
You are joking, right?
She ain't joking,
It's
bro.
alright. Kazuichi
Damn
is not
it.
the killer. If he was, he wouldn't
Fair.
have fixed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall. It'd be much more convenient for the killer
Yep.
if it stayed broken.
I see.
I'm so tired of these people. I love them so much.
I'm more just...
Dude, he's crying.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
The reason Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
Maybe it was simply moved?
The body moved to a different floor?
You can't think of a device like that? A device that
Elevator
moves things to
dummies.
different floors in the same building?
I feel like I've seen it. Bitch, we've been... Alright, let's do this. Are you gonna make me literally spell it out for you? Yes, we are literally spelling it out. Motherfuck, I am so pissed. I am bitter. Booyah! That was record time. I usually suck at spelling.
You must be talking about an elevator.
What? Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an
Yep.
elevator?
Where the hell is
That's
this
the
elevator
floor.
anyway?
The tower is an elevator. There we go.
So, the inside of the tower is one big elevator. Which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator. So whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room.
Yep.
Right?
So that's why we could only enter it from one side or the other.
Now that you mention it, sometimes when I pressed the door button, it took a while
Yeah.
for it to open.
I see. We were basically waiting for the room to arrive, just
Yep.
like an elevator.
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator,
Decoration.
then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape
Decoration.
Tower? And a picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower.
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it.
But we
right?
weren't entering through the far back door, so it wouldn't matter if it was chained. That was just to hide the structure of the house. Because if it wasn't chained and the thing wasn't broken, it still would have been able to move.
But when we
and the-
entered Strawberry Tower,
handle's
those
gone.
chains were gone.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off.
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really
Yep.
an elevator?
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
What did
Huh?
you say?
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on
Everything
what hasn't.
except the door.
Why do we have to do that?
Because Chiaki said so and she's beautiful and perfect in every way, so we're listening to her.
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
The things that didn't change when we moved between two towers. That includes the body, the pillar, and the oil. We've been talking about that stuff for a while now. There shouldn't be anything strange about them. Not even the fact that they all move with the elevator. All things... Okay, they were huge. They were all on the floor.
I see.
Oh.
Is it safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change? And?
Why does a picture on the far
Because
back
they were
door change?
on the wall.
If you can figure that out,
They
you'll
weren't
have
the real
answer.
thing. They were the wall.
The reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
There's something unique about the elevator. There are no ceilings. You can only enter one side at a time. Only the floor moves.
So that's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
Only the floor moved?
Well, all elevators only like... Oh, wait, yeah.
Which means the whole room wasn't an elevator, only the floor was. That's why we saw different doors in each tower. Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design. And on the fourth floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
Then, where do the different floors lead?
Nowhere.
I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show.
Just for show. Why was something like that necessary?
To trick us.
So we falsely believed that the doors were connected to where their picture signified.
And it worked.
It was actually very effective. Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a totally twisted
Because it was
personality.
Monokuma!
Did you hear
Oh
that,
my god.
Monami?
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
Aren't they brother and sister in his brain? Ah! What? No!
Wait, there's no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tape.
So she was into it? What?
By the way, what does the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower mean?
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
Why?
Because of that chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right?
Like I said, I could probably use these pots to repair that button, but... Seriously, hold on. Even if you do repair the button, what's gonna happen with the chains on the other side of the door? Chain. The door leads to Strawberry Hall. The door that leads to Strawberry Hall has a chain wrapped around the doorknob. Even if you fix the button to the strawberry side, the door won't open as long as that chain is there. You don't need to worry about that at all. Huh?
The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from
So we
Strawberry
wouldn't
Tower.
figure out the structure.
Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse. The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building. In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand. And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth. The truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building. The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure
I guess
of the
so.
building?
It would have been a major inconvenience. After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building
Wait a
structure.
minute. Did they... Huh. Did they like... Because the tower won't move with the because of the sensors. Did they turn Nekomaru off and then quite literally, like, he was on Grape, so he was floor, so he was on the bottom, because Grape is on the bottom. Did they somehow move him up to Strawberry and then drop him? And that's how and then he fell on the thing. I don't know.
What a pain. It's fine
No.
already.
Gundam,
Thank
please
you.
proceed.
He just started crying.
You said earlier that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically, right? If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house
It
to the
spins us
other?
around in a circle. I see, now that you mention it, I completely forgot about that matter. Because I know it does the...
If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same
But it's on the...
side.
Maybe it went swirl because he said the compass goes 180. So maybe it swirls around to the bottom.
But does this reflect reality? Inside Great House, Great Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator. And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator. Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower. Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
What does it mean? I agree, what does this mean? If the two houses are connected vertically, the positions of the tower should be the same in both houses. But in fact, when my back was facing the elevator in Grape House, the tower was on my right. And when my back was facing the elevator in Strawberry House, the tower was on my left. How can I break through the contradiction? The little compass that went around.
If the two houses are connected vertically,
The elevator should move.
vertically, not horizontally.
However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions.
Which means your reasoning
It's clearly contradictory.
What's with this iron curtain of teamwork?
vertically, not horizontally.
No, that's wrong. The elevator wasn't just moving vertically. Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
Yep, unfortunately.
Come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito gave you, right?
Ah, that. Yeah, it was pretty strange. From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
Rotated 180
So if we were just going up and down, it wouldn't have moved.
Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses, it also rotated 180 degrees.
Yep, there you go.
It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side. Which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
And thanks to that, the tower we saw on our right
Yep.
side when we arrived at Grape House appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
An elevator that rotates while it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an amusement park.
Yep.
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction,
Fuck
you know.
you.
And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid
Fuck you, Monokuma.
That's not splendid at all! You're inhuman!
You say I'm
'Cause you're a bear.
human, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with. I'm different from these lowly humans.
And I'm a hyena. I'm different from you lowly bears. To all my bear viewers, I apologize. I'm just pissed at this one.
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right? Then let's start talking about the important stuff. What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
Is the ultimate weapon the fucking tower?
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon.
It's the
now.
tower itself. Is the weapon. Knowing how it works is the ultimate weapon. Because they were able to move everything around to make it seem impossible for a strawberry person to do it. But in fact, a strawberry person probably did do it, like Akane said. Oh god, I'm agreeing with Akane. Ugh.
What is the Octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
Oh my. I can't believe I have to explain that now. As long as you know what an octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
It's a 8-sided shape.
I see.
If I recall, An octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right?
I didn't expect you to know that. For a substitute reserve course student, you're quite knowledgeable.
Lord, give me patience, because if you give me strength, I'm gonna need bail money to go with it.
I guess I should continue listening. Where is the place befitting of the name Octagon?
It's probably... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Here? Because, like, it's...
You're talking about the secret room
Yes.
surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
Why is that place the octagon?
You know how the 4-sided strawberry house is on top of the 6-sided
Exactly.
grape house?
See, I meant to do that. I meant to do that.
If you cut a 4-sided shape out of a 6-sided one, you get 8 edges.
And that's why the
It
shape was
becomes
so
an 8-sided
weird.
shape.
That's basically the gist of it.
Exactly,
True
that's why the
identity
shape
of
was
the
so weird.
Octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room. In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the Octagon.
Learned?
The true identity of the ultimate weapon
Oh yeah,
is the
called it!
funhouse. Which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru.
Yeah! Yeah! Called that shit. I don't know how I called that shit, but I called that shit.
Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the funhouse from the scenery. And then thought of a way to kill making use of the building structure.
The funhouse itself is the weapon. So they killed using the building structure?
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building.
Oh my god, 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 oh my god. Okay, I'm not gonna... I know the times and stuff, but I'm gonna leave out the times. Okay, Nekomaru went to the Strawberry Tower, was taken the fuck out. They took him, they... somehow, they pressed his button. They pressed the button, he went to sleep. When he went to sleep, they wrapped him up in the wire. When they wrapped him up in the wire, they did something with that handle. The handle that was off was in Strawberry Tower, which is the second floor, the second building, so it's on top. So they had him tied up on the second floor, and then they waited and had something set it off to where he went boom, and he fell on the pillar because he moved the floor down the grape house. And when he did that, he moved back to Strawberry Tower, leaving the shit at the grape house, so everybody thinks it's the grape people. So then the dude, the Nekomaru, he wake up or like something happened, like some sort of timer went, the timer on his chest. Oh my god, something happened, and he went bah, and bashed the freaking pillar. And the pillar is what killed him because he fell on the pillar and it backed his head open. Booyah! Ha! But who did it? I don't know. Let's go. Wow! Okay, sorry, I'm so hyped. That was awesome. Okay.
But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime. It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
The funhouse is the true identity of the ultimate weapon. What does this mean? That means I am awesome! That's what that means! How did the killer use that to murder Nekomaru? And who is the killer that did that? Intermission? Intermission? Yep, it's intermission. Bullshit.
Why, hello there! I thought of a brand new word to call Monami! I can already tell I won't be pleased by this. Then let me say it right away! I'm already used to insults elevator. There's no way I'll get hurt by a mere word. Mommy is seriously stuff-fatty. That's much more straightforward than I expected. Stuff-fatty, huh? That's not it. That's not it at all. Stupid, fat, and ugly. The perfect jet stream of turf incorporating all three of these words should be. Ta-da! Still fatally. How, there's a fat hidden in there?
No shit.
Okay, everyone, all together now. Mon ami is a serious stupid.
Stufatly.
I'm gonna call you that from now on, baby bunny mon ami. Stu Fatley. Let's go.
Hello. I hope your day
It's been on and off, but okay.
I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up. Ugh, my heart's thumping like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy. Yeehaw!
Yeehaw.
Ah, but be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons. And just like I say each time, don't forget to save.
I've already saved through all the 50 slots, and I'm saving over the ones again. I save all the time.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon.
Wow. That was a switch. What the?
Well, let's just press on ahead.
The drama in her voice to... Oh well. Motherfuck.
Is it really alright to accept a situation so
Yep.
easily?
I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Mekumaru's
Yeah,
murderer?
that really is the most important.
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
He's smarter than you.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't
Okay,
wanna
this
die
is
either.
weird.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but I will sincerely retract.
Damn.
Tomorrow.
Retract?
I'm disappointed too, you know. If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
You say such falsehoods, usually. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder. Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
Damn.
I see.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast
Fair
as
enough.
we can. Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything.
Says
you
all
know.
the drool that's dripping down on your titties.
Akane, you were drooling waterfalls?
Yep. Nagito, as usual, I can't tell what he's thinking. I have no idea if he's serious or not.
Anyway, if the killer used the building structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
Nekomaru's cause of death, huh? He was horribly damaged, as if he was beaten senseless with the blunt object. But if he was beaten with the blunt object, it wouldn't be a kill that utilized the building structure. So, what was Nekomaru? Yeah! Called it! It's gonna be on... I'm delicious!
That's it. I think he might have died from falling.
Died from falling?
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected, then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
The handle. And there's a piece of hair that's in my eye, and it's pissing me off.
That I don't know yet.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method. Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place?
You're making a false assumption by assuming that he was pushed. He can fall because this is my hypothesis. He was wrapped up, tied to the handle, and then fell from dropping from the handle. So I'm assuming that like it was unscrewed a little bit, and then when he woke up and started moving, it just went boop, boom.
It might be possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st
No, because
floor.
it wouldn't open.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of
You
hell.
said hell has a roller coaster. I'll meet you there.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
If Nekomaru died from falling, where did the killer shove Nekomaru from? If I'm going to reach the truth behind this incident, I need to solve that mystery next.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on. Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open. Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
As long as there's a moving object
What?
inside.
Booyah! Got it!
No, that's wrong.
Like I said, they turned him off.
That sensor should only work if something is moving. If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his sleep?
You know it, Sonya girl.
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed it, right?
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it. There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes.
Unless they tied him up on the door handle.
That's what I was about to explain before Kazuichi
Damn.
interrupted me.
Now you're calling me a
Yep.
pest?
She calls it as we all see it. A way to create the drop inside the elevator while Nekomaru is still in it. Gaki seems to have an idea, but what way could that be?
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
Oh my god, this pillar.
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Silence!
Don't be so cold. What if I start to enjoy...
Oh my god.
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
Booyah!
I agree with that.
Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it? That might have been where it got scraped by the
Yeah.
wire.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
The tip of that wire was tied into a loop. If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob,
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair.
Yep.
That's right. He was suspended in midair.
Huh?
The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Great Tower.
So sad. Oh my god.
And suspended Nekomaru in midair.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
Ooh woo.
You better not finish that sentence.
Me! I'm joking!
The killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature. Only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Too easy.
No. Screw you.
So what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die.
If his head hits the fucking pillar, yes.
Why? If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall? Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
They undid the screws, kinda.
You still won't be able to explain that moving the elevator with Nek is just impossible. End of story. What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode.
Booyah!
Allow me to cut through those words. What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended?
He would have
upside
started
down in
struggling.
midair?
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode. Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why, if something like that happened
Yeah.
to you, you would start panicking a lot,
Yep.
right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
And then, in order to make it fall from the force he was generating,
They unscrewed the knob.
the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off.
Oh.
In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob,
Yep.
right?
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came
Which
off.
helped prove that the tower was vertical.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Was that unexpected for the killer
Yep.
too?
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
The killer didn't expect the doorknob to come off. The reason that even happened was because... In that case, I shall use my full force! Well, because earlier... Oh my god. With a fierce roar, Nekomaru put all of his power into grabbing the doorknob with both hands. But... Clatter, 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 clatter. Not yet! Here comes the incredible strength of 1 million horsepower! Wait! Isn't it creaking? If you break off the doorknob, we'll be stuck in here. If that's what it really was... Wait, if that's really what it was... Then that's the clue Nekomaru left behind for us to find.
I see. So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
Do you finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said.
Yep.
I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking
You
pig.
damn right.
Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? If I'm a fucking
He
pig,
does like it now.
say
Fuck.
No, I believe you gave
Damn.
it all.
Hey, why aren't you teasing me?
Ha! Because she knows you like it, so she's switching it.
Scum.
gets off
Yep.
on this.
So thanks to that alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down.
1 second, y'all.
That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too.
He hit that
right?
pillar. Does that... It doesn't mean Nekomaru crashed straight into the floor. The moment Nekomaru fell on the floor, the only thing I could think would happen, he ran out of battery, he collided with the pillar.
I see.
When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar.
Yep.
Isn't that it?
There you go. Yes, Akane, finally the pillar.
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally
You know
wrong.
what? You right. You right, girl. You go.
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Oh my god! Oh my god, I'm gonna be lightheaded! Oh my god! Yeah.
Stop calling me baby
No,
gangster!
please keep calling him Baby Gangster! Please, I'm begging you! Please call him Baby Gangster more often, please! Please, I need that in my life. Oh my god.
What'd you just say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nah, that's
Because
impossible.
we thought we were there at 7 a.m.
Because even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Now that you mention it, so did I. There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Taichi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the
We would have seen his ass fall.
alarm went off.
It appears yet another contradiction has been birthed. How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
I have a bad feeling.
That's what I want to know.
Another mystery I don't understand. Seriously, it's just one after another. But I can't choke up in a time like this. Just a little more and I'll be able to reach the truth. There should definitely be a clue to breaking through this contradiction.
We headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some tampering.
With the clock.
They probably messed with the clock
No,
inside
not
Nekomaru's
the
chest.
chest, but the wall clock.
Gotta be it.
Monokuma said that everyone skipped out on Tai Chi. So that must mean that our clocks were wrong, because you can't have Nekomaru's clock be wrong because it's a radio clock.
We headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
Damn it.
They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
No,
Because
that's
it's
wrong.
impossible to mess with the radio clock.
No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the
Not
clock?
the one inside his chest.
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape House?
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that humans tested.
I am a hyena, motherfucker.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
What?
Maybe it's a misunderstanding.
I love them so much. I love them so much. Oh
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into
Yum.
dog food.
There's time-related contradictions. I don't think I should doubt the testimonies. I should doubt the clock. There's no mistake that something was done, but what was it? Perhaps we're overlooking something. Maybe we're misunderstanding something. Think, if I focus, I should be able to find out the answer to that mystery. Please, no. Damn it! Maybe I'll do good this time again. Probably not. Let's do this. Oh, fuck. Almost fucked up immediately. Fuck. What did Hajime and the others misunderstand? Who the killer is, the time in the building. Please? Yes! Oh, fuck! What? Damn it. I'm hella gonna die. Hey! Yes! Whoa, 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 whoa! Fuck! Finally. The building's blocked. Fuck. Because you can't mess with Nekomaru's. Yeah. Fuck. Fuck. Which house at the wrong time? Both houses. Finally, that one. I did horribly.
It's all coming together. You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
But what if all those clocks had been messed with?
What? All the clocks?
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way
Yep.
you'd have noticed it.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
So that's what it was. There's no way I
Yeah.
would have noticed that.
This is truly
Shut the hell up.
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
She's right. That's the main problem. I need to clarify by how much time was off after the killer messed with the clocks. That's definitely the next mystery. I'm gonna go reach for the truth in one go.
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
So it was
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be in our time?
when that noise was.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow
The
that
sound,
down?
right?
If only I heard the sound when you fell. It would have been a great clue.
or his scream.
He's not the type to let out a scream.
If only Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough, we would have heard it too.
There's no point in saying that. If does not exist in this world.
If only I heard the sound when you fell.
Yes.
I agree with that.
That was that big bump.
That's right. We should have heard the sound he...
Rumbling?
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru
Yep.
fell?
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge. What is
Oh,
it,
no.
Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
Huh?
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger
Aw.
pangs.
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
I heard that sound. probably
So
around 5:30
we
in the
are
morning.
2 hours late.
Huh? You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Yeah. If that rumbling sound we heard at 5:30 a.m., it's likely the answer it was 2 hours.
I see.
You're 2 hours behind.
Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30, and if we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30, that means our time was off by 2 hours.
2 hours? That much?
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
The reason is obvious. So they can lure out just
Oh
Nekomaru.
yeah, because his clock. Lure out only Nekomaru?
If you messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right?
The Monokuma Tai Chi.
From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means.
Besides messing with the time, the killer also used a specific thing. If they were trying to lure someone, then the specific thing was Monokuma Tai Chi.
I see! That's it. The killer made use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning.
How did they use it?
We were required to go to Great Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right? But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what
Make
would that
us
do
super
to
late,
us?
but him on time because he has the clock.
We wouldn't be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact time.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
And when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning,
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m. And if that time was also 2
So it's
hours
7
off,
a.m.
It should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it. At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Tai Chi, right on schedule.
I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Too early. He didn't even ask you yet.
Jeez, how outrageous! I honestly didn't expect everyone to ditch Monokuma Tai Chi. But it turned out like this after all, so I guess it can't be helped.
When you said everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Ah, jeez. That's, well, how should I
100% correct.
put it? What was it? You know, tripping over
Putting
a
your
corpse
foot in your
or
mouth.
Something like that.
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
Too bad.
Liar! I'm right!
That's not it. It's incorrect.
These two.
Be the correct answer. You always get so stubborn like this.
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery. Now that we've found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
Huh?
Hey, how would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar.
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Ryuhiko's going to say next.
What?
huh? What the hell do you mean?
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did
The
something else
clock.
happen after that?
Are you talking about that alarm?
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off. Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is. If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi?
So it
at the
has to be
time?
Strawberry House because they purposely set up that alarm so then they would have an alibi.
Remember now.
The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. But there was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when
Ooh, I
Nekomaru
know.
fell?
Who is it? Who's the bastard?
Whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time, right? You were in your room the whole time, you dick.
You're the only one! The one who wasn't there. It's you, right, Nagito?
That's right. Nagito wasn't there. It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy. You weren't in your room, were you?
If that's the case, where were you?
Please, say
Say
Ooh.
something.
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide
Motherfuck.
you.
What?
If I may,
No.
friend, even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
Huh?
You couldn't? What do you mean?
It's merely the foolish talk of the weak.
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
You couldn't?
You're definitely fucking lying.
However, that is also true for me. It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House. But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it.
To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes for me too.
Wait, what do they all have in common? Huh?
I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it, but it wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean?
You still don't know. Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common, and I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Did... The only people who couldn't hear the rumbling noise were Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The secret is, what do these three have in common? Could this also be the secret that points to the killer? Well, it must be, because y'all are... Damn it, Hangman! That took way longer than I'm proud enough to admit.
Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki. The three of you were staying in deluxe rooms, right? If I recall, the deluxe rooms are...
The guest rooms are divided up by quality grade. The deluxe room is soundproof and has excellent air insulation. The standard room may have so-so insulation, but it's pretty decent. And the crummy room has severe airflow and draft problems.
The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise...
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation. You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve corps student talent?
My fans, I'm sorry to inform you that I am the Blackened. Not for Nekomaru's murder, but for the murder I'm about to commit in front of everyone! Jump across this podium and strangle you! You little lanky ass.
Now then, you guys must understand by now, right?
Okay.
The true identity of Nekomaru.
I don't remember who was in all the rooms though.
Hold on a sec. Why does that lead to who the killer is?
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer. Decisive factor?
Somehow I feel like I understand what Nagito means. The killer among us. The killer who murdered Nekomaru. Oh my god, no! No!
Gundam, there's something I want to ask you. When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House lounge, you rushed over there too, right?
What's wrong with
I
that?
had a feeling. I had a feeling, but I didn't want it to be true.
If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it.
Why were you able to hear it?
Hear what?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right? Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it. So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Now that you
No. No!
There's only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time. That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge.
No!
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room
No.
because of Fuyuhiko. Me?
Because he was sitting in the lobby.
After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct?
And why are the doors so short? Sorry.
Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right? If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though Nekomaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with the wire.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower. Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower.
And once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
No.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off. And they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were
Oh
in
my
the room.
god.
Just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi. Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi. Because I was in the lounge.
Oh no.
So the killer couldn't
Because
go
they
back
would've-
to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
Hey, what are you doing? This ruckus, it's louder. This ruckus, it's louder than the supreme ruler of the netherworld billowing for a sacrifice. Don't go making all that noise so suddenly.
But why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down.
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him,
Immediately.
he would have been found out. That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but how ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
Man.
Gundam, please, can you at least say something?
Answer me this, including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction. How many ears do we possess?
10?
The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears. That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well
Well,
not exist.
I could have... How good is a hamster's hearing? I don't know how good a hamster's hearing is, but humans can't hear that well at all. We're kind of like the dumbest animal in the world. So I could understand if he said, well, my hamsters, they woke me up and like they were like scratching at the door. I had no idea what was going on, so I left the room and I went to go check.
Is that your argument?
You bastard! Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Do not panic. The
Oh
truth
no.
shall now
His
commence.
face is getting weird.
At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's right. That's all it was. The world is always so
What
simple.
the?
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too...
I've heard weirder happen.
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out. Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote
Damn.
anyway. So, why don't we just go ahead and
Damn.
start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
I'm questioning.
Hold on a sec.
You know,
Oh,
Hajime,
so, you know, no, I don't know. Freaking Nagito, why don't you tell me, huh? Because I don't know. What? Huh? You gonna say it? Huh? What do I don't know? Come on, what do I don't know? Come on. Huh? Why not in front of everybody? Let's go. Huh? What do I not know? Huh? Whoa, this guy's pissing me off.
this class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
Hey! What do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
Perhaps I should say it's just a farce. Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers.
Please.
Seriously. Let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor
Nope,
health.
we're gonna keep this going.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you, didn't it? At some point during the investigation, your behavior
Yeah,
became
than normal.
even weirder. What actually happened? Did you discover something?
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
You said opening
You pissing
act again.
Monokuma off.
Please hold on. We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal.
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Oh no.
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption. In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
Since the
What?
beginning?
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
Let's see. The contact elevator was broken.
He broke it afterwards.
As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator. Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side.
You used the final dead room thing to jump between the floors like Nagito.
If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House. For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
And what's wrong with that?
Then he wouldn't be able to be at Strawberry House.
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, he wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing. Which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been
It has
decided.
been.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
That's wrong. When something is obviously wrong, that's when a contradiction is born. There's no such thing as a contradiction that can't be overcome.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as that elevator was broken, your assumption collapses.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House,
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
Oh!
How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already? That elevator was the only means of travel between...
No, that's
Ha! I'm sorry, Gundam, I love you, but no!
No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Such a method does not exist!
Then why don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
Nagito.
You're the only one! Nagito, you should know.
This dick!
What are you talking about? Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right?
Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up.
There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve portion.
Damn!
But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House. After I opened the door and went down... Surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma Archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Meaning the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
Oh no.
However, what if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
There's no way they didn't know.
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion. If you value your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
There's no way I can stop.
Did you say?
Huh?
Don't make me angry. You won't like me when I'm angry.
He's the Hawk!
Even if the turbine... Even if the turbine box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I can't back down!
Yes!
I already proved the secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to at least pray to the key which dwells in the light. Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blinding,
Allow me to cut through those words. The wire used to string up Nekomaru's body.
Okay. That took an embarrassingly long amount of time.
The hammer that looked like the weapon, and the chain on the door in the tower. Those are all the items that weren't from Funhouse. Where did the killer obtain them?
The only place I can think of is the octagon. There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too.
Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the octagon.
Aww.
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too, right?
No.
Seems this is the end. Normally we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the
Fuck
case.
you.
But there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act. So I'm going to end this right now.
Hey, what are you...
First of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building, Gundam tried to lure only Nekomaru. The elevator was probably broken by that point. Thanks to that, Nekomaru wasn't able to go to Grape Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup point. So he tried going over to Strawberry Tower, just like we did when we found out the elevator was broken. Well, it's obvious he'd attempt that. At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also, the button in Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties, but even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded. They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
And without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case.
No.
Okay? Through this, Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower. There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru, so by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
hold on! You, what did you just say? That I didn't battle?
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with
What?
me! Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all! Ah, you make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
It appears I cannot finish just yet. Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet. I cannot finish!
What do you intend to do?
It's obvious. I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions.
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I have to get behind him.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
Just as I thought, truly frail. Succumbing so easily to this simple argument, it was just a mere illusion. If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
That's wrong, Dad. You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat. First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power. And as for the other, you must provide a reason that will persuade that human. You have not fulfilled either of those yet.
I guess you really don't want to admit it. Then, just as you requested, I will provide an argument that'll leave you no choice but to be persuaded.
I won't let you! Show me the cadaver! It's Nekomaru's back. Do you really think I can get behind him so easily?
This is the end!
I feel so bad. I wanted them to make it.
Even if you didn't get behind Nekomaru, you should have been able to press the button on the back of his neck. As long as you have the power of the hamsters.
Poor Dark Devas! Hajime, allow him that dignity.
Oh? Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
I had a feeling.
Of course it'd be impossible for a normal person, but it would have been possible for Gundam. In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes, right?
Emissary of evil, in accordance with our ancient contract, the time has come to lend me your aid. Pierce through Supernova Silver Fox Sanji! Press the button. Truly, this is the skyline limit art of the demon mouse. Soon the door of destiny shall open.
Now that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music venue, one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton lighting, right? Hey, with your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get one of them behind Nekomaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
How about it, Gundam?
Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are. I have no recourse but to admit it.
Admit it? Did you say you admit it?
It appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell. Fine! Then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere. Now, trample this life. Trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road. Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own 2 hands.
I'm sad. Okay. I'll be back. I'm back and sad still.
Let's first go over the many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime. First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House. Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours. Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House lounge and set the wall clock's alarm to 5:30 a.m. After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand. They obtained these tools from the Octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final deck. This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else. That secret being, Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building. On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Grape Tower for a specific reason. There, Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru. According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m., but by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time. In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m. That's also the same time Monokuma Taichi begins. Nekomaru went to Grape Tower to participate in that. However, because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Grape Tower. So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower. But the killer was waiting for him there. With the power of hamsters, they were able to press the good night button on the back of Nekomaru's neck. This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile. From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon. First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30 a.m. so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it on the doorknob. After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall. They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower, and to keep us from discovering the secret of the building's structure that they used to kill Nekomaru. Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending, and Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire. The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful, and placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall. With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage, so they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out. The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30. Well, actually 7:30. To avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko with the others. When the wall clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking. He woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully. Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob, but because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking. Nekomaru fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor. He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact, and died. The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the funhouse. However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge. That someone is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone else but you.
But what will happen to his hamsters? Oh my god, if they get executed too, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna cry. I will cry on camera.
That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
Stop. Stop it already. Stop using weird words to avoid the truth. Or I'll friggin' kill you myself!
I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe. You killed Nekomaru? I cannot believe something like that.
I'm sorry, Sonia.
You don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka! My beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
Oh, Sonia. I did horribly in this trial. Like, I was doing so good, and then I just shitted out. See, look, 0 points. I was sucking balls. It was the worst trial yet.
This result isn't all that exciting. Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote.
Okay, pull the lever. Oh, look. That's my vote.
Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Please pull the lever! Crap! Bit my tongue at the most important part!
Getting 4 in a row without any mistakes is a splendid achievement. That's right, the one who killed the remote Nekomaru in the amazing funhouse was Gundam Tanaka! Yay! I said that without biting my tongue! Now that we've decided who the killer is, let's do the execution already and get this over with. Hold on. It's true the class trial is finished, but that doesn't mean the incident is over. We can't finish until we hear it from Gundam. Huh. No matter what he says, it won't change a thing. Well, I have no right to stop you either, so do whatever you like. Why do you want to talk to one who has lost? The loser merely leaves. It would be unnecessary for me to say anything. Is what I would like to say. But for honor's sake, I correct one thing. Correct? You guys said I made Nekomaru powerless without fighting him. That, however, is a great mistake. Huh? Nekomaru did fight. That was no mistake. Because he fought, he lost, and died. Lost and died? He was just trying to cling to life. There are many ways he could have done so. However, he did not allow that. What do you mean? Explain. Fine then, I shall reveal it all. Within the final dev room, I discovered the secret of the funhouse. And I devised a killing plan utilizing that secret. By tampering with all the clocks in the building, I succeeded in luring Nekomaru to the tower. And this is what happened. Nekomaru and I were alone in the tower, standing face to face with one another. I should say I expected as much from Nekomaru. He sensed my subtle kindling intent and instantly understood the situation. And we had ourselves a stare down. In that situation, if he wanted to run away, it would have been easy for him to do so. He could have run away, or even called for help. But he did not turn his back to me. Instead, he chose to fight that risked his life and death.
That is...
A fight that risked life and death. He was serious too. He gave it his all trying to kill me. If I had died instead, the mystery surrounding the case would have been even more complicated. You would have never known why I, the victim, went to the tower by myself. Nobody would know that me, the victim, me, was actually the one who planned the whole thing.
Could it be?
Nekomaru really did that?
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Nekomaru.
The scorching, stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long, I've nearly forgotten this. This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
That's a great...
And what is your reason? Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me?
I am the Warlock, Gundam Tanaka. Heroes, Lords of Darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me. I will not cling to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance.
You'll drench your soul with evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid! In response to your spirit, I shall kill you with all of my might. I won't go easy on you. Don't even think about holding back. Don't waste your breath on cowardly tactics. Give me everything you got.
Nekomaru Nidai, your blood will drench the foundation of my empire!
That is...
Why? Why did you fight? We were all friends. Why couldn't you stop this? Even if both sides agreed, it was still wrong. I will not argue. I have no intention of forcing my values upon you. However, I must say this. What is the point of living if you're just waiting until you finally die? Yeah. There's nothing courageous about that. That is abandonment, a mere feeling of resignation.
What, are you telling us to just wait here till it starts to do?
I'd rather have that happen to us than have our friends kill each other. Huh, do you mean you'd rather die? Ever since we were locked inside that building, everyone had been dominated by that feeling of abandonment. However, nothing is born from resignation. That is simply a reason to give up. Giving up on life, that's an insult to life itself. Have you fools heard the term, dog eat dog? Cannibalism, motherfucker. Go back to sleep, please. In zoology, cannibalism is a commonly observed phenomenon. Many creatures at some point in their lifespan engage in cannibalism. That is what it means to live. If you say killing for the sake of living is evil, then what would you call giving up on life instead? Damn. If a world would consider that justice, then I will fight that world with every last fiber of my being. Giving up on life and choosing death is nothing but a blasphemy towards life. It is a violation of the natural order. It is the arrogance of humanity. Are you saying all that just try to justify what you did? But it sounds like Nekomaru felt the same too. That's why they fought, right?
Damn it.
That man had the courage to die when he needed to die, and that is why he challenged me to battle. Regardless, as I have already said, I do not intend to force my values upon you fools. I have betrayed you all. That is the absolute truth. But even so, don't you think it's better alternative to slowly starving to death here?
Oh.
That belief is why you committed your crime.
Yeah.
Hey, what about about the final dead room? Did you do the Russian roulette too? Unlike Nagito, I did it once, but compared to my battle with Nekomaru, that was mere child's play. You know, after you listen to you talk for a while, I'm starting to think that, well, it's also because you unexpectedly admitted your crime without much resistance. Gundam, don't tell me you didn't sacrifice yourself for our sake, did you? I cannot believe you would ask such a foolish question.
My name is Gundam
Just who do you think I am? I am Gundam Tanaka, history's greatest monster. My cursed existence is feared by all mankind. There is no way I'd sacrifice myself for the sake of you fools. So in sense, though it wasn't suicide, it was kind of suicide. Not in a million, not in a billion, not in 10,000 billion years. In the name of the pandemonium, it is impossible. Is that it? Then I'll just leave it at that. Now then, let us be rid of this foolish talk. It's about time the fun started. Monokuma, let us begin!
Yay! Got it! I prepared a special punishment for the ultimate breeder, Gundam Tanaka! Oh, this is too much. Please, Monokuma, please help Gundam.
Miss Sonia! Oh. Come here, girl. You need a hug. You hide your face in my fur. You don't have to watch it. Oh no. Sonia. An act as unrefined as stopping a man from going to his death does not befit a noble such as yourself.
Gundam. It's fine to start for reals, right?
Yes, I do not mind, however.
What is it, my 4 dark days of destruction? Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared 4 dark devas of destruction. That is not like you at all. However, there is no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary visitor. I was simply visiting for a moment, and now that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness.
Please don't kill the hamsters.
That is why, until the very end, pride, conceit, courage, insolence, fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing. Let us laugh uproariously! That is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end! Open sesame pandemonium! I shall fill hell with true hell!
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Pineapple. What? Oh. Oh, trampled to death. No, please, hamsters, please. Please save the devas. Oh, thank God. Oh, fuck. No. Aww. Even after Gundam is gone, the spirit of his parting words still lingered deep in our chest. Don't give up on life. Did I misunderstand what he meant? Then what's the right thing to do? I don't know. No matter how much I think about it, I don't know if I'll ever be able to answer that.
Damn it.
Damn it. Damn it! I'm so pissed off, I need to throw something! Throw Monokuma! You all spent so much time worrying about each other, and thanks to that, things ended up like this. You're all full of shit, every last one of you. But the biggest piece of shit is me. Damn it, why am I so weak?
Oh.
It's such a downer, clearly. But still, even though we feel this way, we still gotta do our very best.
You are right.
Alright. This time, we must move forward. We must continue to live and believe in our friends. If not,
You are right.
Gundam will most likely crawl his way out of hell, and I presume he will be very cross with us. Oh, she's crying. You're right. You're right. Come on! Group hug! Please! I need a hug right now! We shouldn't just stand here. I mean, it's not like this is over. We still have to do it. We still have to finish this. For the sake of our friends who have died, we need to finish this once and for all. So, don't just stand there. Stand up and walk. Move forward. Live. If you don't, everyone who fought and died will have died in vain. We can't allow that.
How long are you guys gonna stand around chittering? The class trial is over, so it's okay if you hurry back over to Jabberwock Island. However, the killing school trip will proceed as usual, so make sure you know that. Hold on. How much longer can you keep doing this?
Seriously, how long is he going to keep doing this? How long is this going to continue?
Now then.
Alright, after feeling down for so long, I finally feel refreshed. Let's hurry back and eat some food. I am down with that. Eat your feelings.
Hold on a sec, that move shift was too damn fast.
Well, you know, it's like Gundam and Nekomaru said. That's what it means to live, right? Oh, she's fucking... Oh. She's crying. She's certainly something else. But seriously, I'm starving.
Hey,
And let's go back for now and eat. And then, after we're full, let's sleep as much as we want. And then let's do our best again. No, let's do something better than our best, because every time we do our best, this shit happens. Yeah, you're right. At this point, let's try and see what our worst will get us. With this, the class trial has come to an end, and once again, we return to Jabberwock Island. The size of our group has definitely diminished. But despite that, even if it was just the rest of us, we did our best to stay upbeat and have fun together. Of course, our optimism was only superficial. But at that moment, we were able to forget about the dark despair looming before us. However, the only thing I was worried about was him. He wasn't there. He suddenly disappeared from our sight. I don't trust... It's gonna be Nagito who's gone, and I don't trust that motherfucker when I can't see him. Even when I can't see him, I don't trust... See? Yep, I'm definitely lucky. I never expected to obtain so many valuable things from a simple game of Russian roulette. Thanks to that, I was able to learn the identity of the true enemy. There and before everyone else too. But it's just too funny. I mean, no one could tell I was lying. There's no way the file had just Hajime's information. I guess they were too busy with other matters. Or maybe they've reached their limit. Regardless, I was saved. Things would get complicated if they found out. Anyway, I can't forgive this. This should never be forgiven. There's no way I can let this run loose. I'll be the one to stop this once and for all. Even if it costs my life. For the sake of hope, I cannot ignore this. Okay, so he knows who the traitor is.
Monokuma has arrived! Who summoned me?
Thanks for coming.
Why, it's the lovely little Nagito! Are you all alone tonight, too? So what's up? Your face looks scary!
I see, so you can tell.
Well, perhaps you found out who the traitor is!
You know me well. Is what I would like to say, but unfortunately I haven't learned that yet.
I see! So even you don't know, huh? Looks like the final showdown is gonna take a little more time. So why did you summon me anyway? Were you gonna finally confess your love?
I summoned you because there's something I really need to ask you. It's about the special prize from the dead room.
Oh yeah? What about it?
There was information about 16 people in the file I received. But isn't that weird?
What's weird?
Well, there's a traitor from the Future Foundation hiding among us, right? Including that person, the total number of students would be 16, right? But this file contains documents that were created at Hopespeak Academy, right?
That's right! I just reused the stuff from the former headmaster spent a lot of time making!
If this file even contains information about the traitor, was that person also a former student of Hopespeak Academy?
I wonder...
Could it be? Is this your doing? Did you slip false information into the file? Were you trying to keep us from learning the traitor's identity by obtaining this information?
What's wrong with that? If it's my job to heat things up, then it's okay if I do something small like that, right?
That's not my point. My point is, you already know who the traitor is.
What's wrong with that? Oh, you're splendidly correct when you say I knew who the traitor was all along. But even though I know who it is, why do you think I ignored it on purpose? It's just like Marume after losing her magic stick. The traitor's existence means absolutely nothing to me.
Their existence means nothing, huh?
Well, that's just how I feel. I'm sure you guys feel somewhat different. After all, that person is the evil Future Foundation Lucky who's putting you guys through this awful stuff.
That's not entirely true. I didn't really come here to fight or anything like that. Instead, I came here to offer my cooperation, you know?
This Cooperation?
Hey.
Your purpose is to fill everyone on this island with despair, right? That's why you intentionally letting this traitor do as they please, right?
Yup.
If that's the case, I might be able to cooperate somewhat, too. However, in exchange, I want to know who the traitor is.
I see. Interesting. Very interesting. Obviously, that's a big no-no. I mean, I want everyone in your group to feel despair. That includes you, too.
Well, I knew you would say that.
Besides, I just wouldn't be able to handle the sadness when you inevitably betray me later on.
Haha, just as I thought, you saw right through me. No matter what situation I find myself in, my core way of thinking will never change. In order to create absolute hope that shines brightly, stepletters such as myself and despair exist.
You're right. You're a true believer of hope after all. I must say, that belief reminds me of that person for some reason.
Makoto. I am guessing it's Makoto. Because he was a dingus. Reminds you. I don't know what you're talking about, but if someone as worthless as me reminds you of some other person, they must be extremely unlucky. Yep. Guaranteed.
But you're just as unlucky, right? I mean, the fact you're even involved in something like this.
Am I? I actually think I'm very lucky.
Huh?
What?
Wouldn't you say that coming across this much despair is a rather rare opportunity? I can't rely on anyone on this island. That's why I have to be the one who does it. If I can eliminate despair from this island, I won't be a stepladder anymore. I'll become true hope. Oh god. I'll become an existence that could even be called ultimate hope. Motherfuck, no, there's already an ultimate hope and that is not you.
The two of you are alike. You definitely remind me of him.
Hey, there's one more thing I wanted to ask you.
Huh?
Who are you waiting for on this island? Well, looks like I'm right again. You're definitely waiting for someone on this island. Is the person you're waiting for already on this island? Well, answer my question.
If that's the case, if that person is already on this island, wouldn't that be exciting?
I don't like that, because it puts one person in my mind, and if I see her again, I will... No. No. Not gonna do it. Uh-oh.
Danganronpa.
Oh, I got the Hellhound earring. Well, that looks like where we're gonna stop for today. Gundam, why? Why, Gundam? I loved you and Sonya together. Y'all could have been perfect. So, that was... I'm so hyped that I figured out the ultimate weapon by myself. I'm not hyped on how much I sucked at the rest of that trial. And the fact that Gundam's gone. But, hopefully Sonya can take care of his hamsters. That would make me happy. If she could have his little hamsters. His devas of destruction. And she would become... like the queen deva of destruction with her little devas, and it would make me happy. But if you like what you see, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe so you can see my content in the future. Also, while you're here, if you have any game suggestions or you just want to say hi, leave it down in the comment section below. I'm Dayzee Hyena, and I'll catch you on the next bit.